Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. I just wanted to give you guys a little video about my prices and my schedule, and some other things that are going on with me. So just so you guys know, I have a full-time job. I hope to transition to doing this full-time at some point, but right now I currently have a full-time job. So for my schedule, it's as follows. During the week, I'm available 6:30 to about 9:30 Monday through Friday for private readings. And then Saturday and Sunday, I'm available from 1 until 9. Um, with a little bit of flexibility, in the morning times. But I'm not really a morning person on the weekends. So, so that's kind of how it is. Now, you guys can do a reading. It's up to you what you want to do, but I offer phone readings, Skype readings, and for international, it's free conference call. I want to make a little side note here. For all you guys who are international and who are outside of the U.S., Skype is free only in the country that you live in. So if you want to do Skype with me, you'll have to get some what's called Skype credit, and you can go to Skype, and Google, your international rates because it's specific for each country, and you can buy, it's pretty cheap for like a month. It's only a couple of dollars, so it's much cheaper than getting a phone card. The thing is, sometimes my free conference call is what I use for international clients, and basically it's a phone chat. You have a phone chat. I think you can also do a video chat, but I think for international clients, it's a lot easier just to do the phone chat. It's a lot less complicated, and so. With that, there are some countries that they don't use for some reason, and so those countries, for international clients, it's going to be free conference call for most international clients. For some of you, you're going to have to buy some Skype credit. Some of you have asked me several times, but Skype is free, and they say, well, but Skype is free, and it's only free if you're in the same country. For international, it's not free. So that's, but I'm happy to do, either a phone, a Skype, or free conference call for, the readings. You would just have to let me know which one you want. That's my schedule. For international people, I'm only available on the weekend. So if you want to schedule a time to talk to me, and you need, it's kind of urgent, you want, you have a lot of questions, you want those answered, you need to do that ahead of time, because schedule it in advance. Schedule it with me right away, because right now I'm very busy, and I'm getting, a zillion emails a day, with inquiries about my prices, my schedule, and wanting to do private readings. So eventually, I'm going to be really booked up, especially for international clients, because I'm not going to be able to do anything during the week, because you guys are like 6 hours ahead of me. At night, by the time I get home, you guys, it's going to be like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning by the time we finish. So my prices, let's go talk about my prices. My prices are as follows. For a 1-hour reading, it's $75. For a 2-hour reading, it's $150. And this doesn't mean that if I only do a half hour, then it'll only be $37.50 or something like that. No. It's I chose the hour because I need the hour to get through the reading, and I like the extra time. Most of my clients, I go overtime with my clients because I'm very in-depth, I'm very thorough. We get into a lot of different specific stuff, which also leads me to another thing. I don't do specific dates. I don't do specific names. If you guys need like hardcore dates and timelines and specific things like that, I'm not the person for you, okay? And the other thing is so the other option would be doing the one question for $30. And that's with a 1 hour time limit at my discretion of how fast I can get through that one question. But my suggestion is for those of you who want to do a reading and it's the first time with me, I would do the 1 hour for $75 because it's going to be worth it to you. Because if I don't have any other clients later in the afternoon or after I schedule it, then I can go into overtime and spend a little bit more time with you. And I don't mind doing that for my clients. I'm not stingy. It's just that I like the time. I like the extra time with my clients. I'm also doing a special with my friend Catherine Ray. She does her Divine Healing Wisdom, and the special is that if I refer you to her, she's going to give you 10% off of what she would normally charge for 90 minutes. So instead of it being $150 for her work, she'll charge $135. And we're doing a package deal that for both of us, it's $200. Oh, sorry, it's $250. $250. That's the deal. So, yeah, so it's like $125 each. So that's like a little bit off what I would normally charge for my 2 hour, and that's a little bit off what she would charge for her 90 minutes. So that's the special, with me and her. She specializes in cord cutting and healing with the angels and Reiki, and I do like a reading where I see, work with the relationships and get into kind of more of like what's going on in general, your finances, what the future holds as far as, maybe your career, your job, things like that. So we kind of make a really good duo together. And so that's why we kind of have this package. So if you wanted to buy the $250 package for the both of us, then you would email me and say, hey, I want to do the you and Catherine Ray package. And then you would send it through PayPal, and then you could choose whether you wanted to talk to her first or me first. It's up to you. And that's 90 minutes. So for me, it's 90 minutes, and for her, it's 90 minutes for the package deal. A lot of you have been saying, you guys are struggling with money, but it's not fair if I give a free reading or if I lower my prices for one person and not somebody else. So I'm just going to have to tell you guys that that's how it is. And the other thing is any negative comments, I'm going to delete or ban from my channel permanently. So I would be very careful about what you post because I have no problems doing that. It's really to protect me. I'm very sensitive to negative energy. I'm just a sensitive individual. But you're not going to get a response out of me if you're trying to provoke me by saying anything negative. You're not going to get a response. I don't want to engage with any kind of negativity. So those are the things that'll happen. And then I do reserve the right to, if I feel like the energy is too negative or it's really something that not within my experience to handle, I will refer you to somebody else, like a counselor or somebody like that. I would say that it's too much and it's not fair for both of us to work together. And so I might say, I can't take, I'm not willing to do a reading at this time for very few of you, but I've had some people that have contacted me and I felt like it's not quite the right match. In that case, I've let you know that it's not the right match. But I do wish everybody the best. It's not that I'm mean-spirited or anything like that. It's just that I'm trying to be as helpful as possible to as many people as possible. And then the other thing is, as far as payments, I prefer it if you paid the day of the reading. So if we're scheduled for a reading on Friday, then you can pay me anytime on Friday if we've confirmed it. And I usually give people my cell phone to call me a few minutes before the reading. So if we're scheduled for the reading at 3, I'll give you my phone number, the day before or something, and you can call me, at like 2:55 or something like that, and let me know, hey, we still on? You still want to do this? And, you know, do you want to do Skype or you want to do the phone? I prefer it if people tell me ahead of time which reading that they want, and if they want a Skype or phone. That way I can kind of get my computer up and ready if they want to do the Skype. But you can change your mind at the last minute. It's not really a big deal. It's just I prefer it if you tell me, you know, what kind of reading you want to do and how you want to do it. So again, so you can send the money so for payments. I accept payments only through PayPal. Right now, that's the deal. It's only through PayPal. And the reason that it's only through PayPal is because I've been burned in the past by people who have sent me checks. And so PayPal, you can use your, you know, credit card, debit card, checking account. That's up to you how you want to do that. Because PayPal gives you that the freedom to choose. So I like that also. And it's secure. I like that it's secure. The thing is, a lot of people don't understand what PayPal is. And for those of you who don't know, I'll just say that PayPal is a way of sending somebody money without that person revealing their personal information, okay? Their account information. And the way to send me a payment through PayPal is to log into your own PayPal account. You'll have to create a PayPal account. To do that, you go to paypal.com and you click this little blue button at the top that says sign up. And that will take you right to the page where you get started with PayPal. It is one of those things where, you know, if you guys aren't computer savvy, you know, have someone who's younger set you up on a PayPal account. It's so easy. It's like logging into an email account. It's really, really, really easy. I'm leaving it up to people to pay me the day. You can pay before or after the reading, but if it goes like longer than a week and I don't see any payment, then I'll reserve the right to not do another reading in the future with you, because I really am, you know, trying to leave it up to people as being honest. And you know, if I provide a service, then I expect you to pay within a reasonable period of time. Anything longer than a week is kind of it's unacceptable, really, because you wouldn't do that for, you know, going to the grocery store and saying I'll pay in a week. You know, you wouldn't do that. So, but I try to be as fair to everybody and give everybody the benefit of the doubt. And you know, I love doing this, and I'm excited to do this. Let me talk a little bit about what I do for the reading itself. So a lot of people have asked me, what do I do? And I'll talk a little bit about my gifts, okay? I am clairvoyant, okay? I see things in my head. I can see things very rarely, you know, in a 3D way. But most of the time I see things in my head. And I can hear things, and I can feel things. Mostly it's things in my head, and mostly I can feel things. And the cards really help me be more intuitive, and kind of open things up for me. But even if I wasn't doing the cards, I'd still get feelings about things. I like doing either the phone or Skype or free conference call, which is basically it's a phone chat, because and rather than doing an email reading, because it helps me tune in better to what the energies are, and that way I can ask questions and get a feel for you. And it's not just about a reading. It's giving good advice. It's giving good counsel to someone who needs it, someone who's stressed out, someone who's worried, you know, about their finances or about their love relationship, and they need someone to talk to. And that's what it's about. It's not about 100% accuracy, because nobody in the world is 100% accurate, okay? It's just not, it doesn't work that way. And, you know, certain people have said, well, you know, they talk about psychic gifts. They think that some psychics because maybe they have, you know, the close relationship to their guides, or because they have, you know, they're like they channel directly from the angels, that things are more accurate, okay? And it's not necessarily the case, because life, especially if, you know, there's blocks, and I've talked about blocks before, but I'll just mention them briefly now. You could be given certain information from a psychic, but then there could be negative blocks, things that people that are negative around you, negative energy that you have yourself, negative thought patterns that you have yourself, planetary blocks that you could have where the planets are just not supporting you in what you want to do. You could have karmic blocks where things that have happened in the past are now coming back to bite you in the ass. and it's really hurting you. And then you could also have fate, which means that things are fated to happen, and that means the universe readjusts your life, even though you may not want that to happen, or you may not feel like you're ready. So that's what happens, and I feel like I'm really good at telling you what's going on, why you're not progressing to where you need to be, where you want to be, and I feel like that's more accurate than anything, because if you know what's holding you back, you can take steps to move forward and to change. Aquariuses are really good at instigating change. They believe in change, and that's kind of my philosophy. I may not be the best match for some of you who really want specific dates or really want specific times and things like that. You know, you may want somebody else, and I have no hard feelings, you know, if that's what you decide. But I'm excited to work with the clients that I have had talking to me, and I'm excited to work with everybody. You know, this is a whole new experience for me, and you know, I'm really open to new clients, and you know, forming a relationship and working with you. You know, one-on-one. It's exciting to me. I enjoy it so much. So don't let anything that I say, you know, deter you from contacting me. If you want a reading, I'm happy to do that. So let's get back briefly to what I do in my readings, the reading itself. So what you'll do, the day of the reading, you'll send me a PayPal payment, okay? And I just want you guys to know, I'm not a scammer, okay? There's some people that are really leery about doing PayPal, and it's not a scam. It's just transferring money from your account, whether it's by credit card or your checking or debit account, to mine without me knowing your information. So it's actually safer than if you went to the store and you used your debit card there, because somebody could be looking over your shoulder and, you know, checking out your PIN. It's actually safer than that, I feel. So I don't want you guys to be nervous about sending PayPal payments. This is you know, the 21st century, and this is the way of the future. So I encourage you, you know, just don't worry about that. I feel like some of you are actually a little bit worried about that. So you'll send me a payment on the day of the reading. I have given you my phone number. You'll call me a few minutes before. If I don't answer, it's just that maybe I'm not ready at that second, or I've put my phone on silent for a minute. And but I know I'm pretty good about try to be on time. If I'm running a few minutes late, just don't hold it against me forever. I try to be on time. That just means I had another reading that I needed to do before. And then, okay, so then at the time, and then basically I'll say, hey, you know, do you want to do the Skype or do you want to do phone? And then you'll tell me what you want to do, and then we'll start our talk. And the way I start off is I usually go through a general spread, a Celtic Cross general spread. And I go through it very thoroughly. And usually it's a great icebreaker, because I'll pick up on things, and then people will get really excited. They'll be like, oh, yes, I want to know about my career. Yes, I want to know about romance. So it all just kind of happened. And then I'll do a Celtic spread for each thing. So whether it's romance, whether it's wealth, whether it's finances, whatever it is. and I'll go deeper into those things. So that's why I need more time than maybe some other people, because I really like to go farther into it than some people do. I don't like just to do stick on the surface. I like to get to the heart of, well, why are you having a difficult time right now? Why is this person giving you so much grief? What is really going on? And then at the end of my reading, I do a report. And it's quite long, actually, but I enjoy the reports. And I sent you an email with my report, basically summarizing the general, the main things that I have picked out and remember from the reading, any final thoughts that I may have, and just overall suggestions. I may give you some suggestions about changing your diet, so I'll make suggestions on what to eat for breakfast, or, what kind of exercises I think you might benefit from, or things like that, and I'll list them. So you won't have to worry about remembering everything that I say. But I will say, I think it's important for people to be in the moment, to listen to what I say, and in the reading, be open to what their impressions are. So if they have a feeling about something, or, if something resonates with them, that I want them to be really alert and aware. I don't like it when people record the readings, mainly because I feel like anything that's recorded can be easily publicized. And I feel like the readings there's a certain level of confidentiality that I like to provide for my clients. And that confidentiality goes beyond, me clicking the stop button, or the sign off button on Skype, or me hanging up on the phone. It goes beyond that. It goes beyond, what happens after the reading. And I like it if people feel confident that it's a private conversation, and that private conversation doesn't go anywhere else. It's just between the two of us. And if you record something, especially if you do a video recording, that can easily be published, And so that is something that I want my clients to feel confident about. I do want to disclaim a few things. This is my disclaimers. Anything that I say, especially in regards to herbal treatments or health treatments, I'm not a doctor, okay? I have a lot of knowledge about natural therapies and natural supplements and natural things to take. But that does not mean that, it's like that warning. This is not meant to treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, and I'm not to be held liable for any of that. Same with legal stuff. Same with sports stuff. Okay, I'm very open-minded and open-hearted about what I say. But that doesn't mean, this is just my thoughts. This is not, I'm saying that, it's, you're supposed to go out and like a gamble, on a certain sports team. If I say, well, I think they're going to win, I can't be held liable if they don't win, or if for some reason your legal resolution hasn't turned out the way you wanted it to. So, again, because there's all those other life factors that are factored in. But that's my disclaimer. And I think the last thing I'll say is, I prefer it if people don't email me at my Birdsfly account. I like it if they email me at elizabetholson31@gmail. That way, everything's kind of all in the same place for me. It annoys me to have to go back and forth between the two accounts. It's just constantly going back and forth, and that's just the way I prefer it. So if you guys have any questions, the other thing is the free conference call. Free conference call is, a website where you can actually call somebody for free internationally, which is awesome. It's also not a scam. Okay, it's not something that I'm doing that's like, a scam. It's a real thing, and you can really call somebody for free. They provide me with a international phone number for your country, so it's free for you to call, and an access code. So if you're international somewhere, then I'll give you the number to call and the access code, and that's how we'll do it. I think that's all for right now. So those are my prices. I went over my prices, my schedule, payments. And I think that's it. So, give me a shout out if you want to do a private reading. I'd love to schedule that for you. I think the final thing is if, I say, hey, I'm open on Saturday at 2, and I don't hear back from you in a day or two, or let's just say 24 hours, because I check my email so often. I'm constantly on there. I can reply to you very quickly. But if I don't hear back from you, I'll have to give that time to somebody else because my schedule is tight right now because I don't do this full time. So I feel I don't want to be rude to anybody and say, hey, I'm available at 2, and then somebody gets back to me 3 days later. I may not be available at 2 anymore. So you guys need to be good about checking your email and quick about letting me know. That way I can give you the time that works best for you and for me too. So, okay, well, all the best to you guys. I'm going to continue doing my October videos. Stay tuned for more, and thanks so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Big hugs, big kisses, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.